Wait, is it filming?
Yeah.
Oh, that was just for our Instagram viewers for when we,
Behind the scenes,
put that
BTSers.
on the hey, look out for the knees. They kind of get you. Look out.
So what's the deal with calories?
Are we not going to acknowledge some things first?
No. So calories, what are they? Just explain it to me real quick.
Energy.
Okay.
That is stored in the body.
Okay.
That you need to get out.
You need to get out.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's how it's been explained to me. Like the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and I really believe that truly with my heart.
Okay, but like calories aren't the same, right? Because like, okay, let's say I have a bowl of salad, and it's like this big, a bowl, and it's a big bowl, right? And it's full of salad.
To be honest, I wouldn't use salad as the example choice here.
No. Okay, there's a giant salad, and that has 100. I don't even know, but it has a certain amount of calories, and then a tiny little Rice Krispie treat would have the same amount of calories, right?
I don't know. What? I love how you're just asking me about this. Like I'm
feel
some calorie champion.
When I bring this up to people,
when
I bring this up to people, they get really heated and mad at me for not knowing what calories are. I thought you would be the same type of person.
I just ate a week's worth of apple pie.
Okay. Anyway, my whole thing with calories is I think it's mostly just a marketing scheme. You should be worried about proteins and fats and sugars and stuff.
But aren't they?
And that's what's going to affect
all
you.
Those have calories in them that give you energy? Isn't
yeah, right. But you want energy, right? So why not just eat a bunch of Rice Krispie treats and you're gonna have great energy? But you don't want to do that. You want to eat healthier with like chicken and
because when you have all of that Rice Krispie treats, then you won't use all that energy that you get from the Rice Krispie treats unless you go on like a wild marathon sprint.
So that's what I'm saying. No one's gonna be like, because that's what I did when I was in middle school. I went on a bike race, but right before I stopped at a food truck and got a cinnamon roll. And everyone's like, no, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, energy, right? And they're like, no, but it's not good energy. So it's like, why even worry about calories?
Give us cinnamon rolls?
I think you're missing my point.
No.
Cue intro music. Welcome back to the Random Word Generator podcast, where we talk about random things generated by our imagination. I'm Todd.
And I'm Chester, and today we are, we just are doing it. We're just
back.
We're just here. We're doing it.
I think our slogan should be "We're back."
We're back, because every darn tootin' time we're back after months.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we look a little different from last week's video. However, we are still the same deep down in our hearts. We're still the same lovable Chester and Todd that you've come to know and love. So there's a dog below us that I'm really worried about our setup being absolutely cooked.
Poppy, get out of here. Go to bed.
No,
oh, you're chilling. Okay, she's chilling.
She's chilling.
Right.
Yeah. So I've missed the podcast. Let's be frank.
You've missed one?
Have you missed the podcast?
I've missed doing it, yeah. I thought you said you missed one. I was like, I didn't do it, so we both missed it.
I keep getting these notifications that pop on my phone, Todd edits the notes sheet for us doing podcasts. It's always something really intriguing and
And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't even know.
Yeah. Oh, we did the calories.
Yeah.
I like the
BLTs.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, chat, what do you think? Tell us in chat
no,
right now.
Please.
Are BLTs real sandwiches? Are they fake sandwiches? Are they real or are they fake?
I'm going to say they're not real sandwiches because everyone else who says they are is wrong. Here's why.
Because I am of the mind that they would be indeed sandwiches.
Okay. Well, here's the thing.
But I don't know your reasoning.
Here's the thing. BLT stands for bacon, lettuce, tomato. And most of them come with mayo. So let's just say that's what's on a BLT.
BLTM.
Okay. Tomatoes and lettuce go on other sandwiches and are additions to sandwiches or burgers. And so is bacon. You're missing the meat of your sandwich.
I think you're missing the point of a sandwich, pal.
What's the point of a sandwich?
When you describe,
there's nothing there.
Do you describe being in a pickle or a thing where you're squished in between something? You're it's we're sandwiched in here. It's there's something in between bread.
Okay,
When there's something in
sure,
between
that's
bread.
the definition of a sandwich, but the essence of a sandwich has got to be more than that.
Essence of a sandwich. Come on, we could talk about the essence of so many things.
No, I'm just saying, okay, bacon goes on things. That's what it's for. It's not meant to be a primary thing, unless it's breakfast, which even then is an American construct. And you might say bacon on things is an American construct. Just
Breakfast is an American construct?
No, bacon for breakfast. Because the bacon industry was like, we're not making enough money. Let's say it's a breakfast food. And they did. And then people started eating with breakfast, and it made the bacon industry boom.
Dang.
What I'm saying is, bacon is not like a real, like you're not just going to eat. What I'm trying to say.
I would.
Okay, no, me too. But what I'm trying to say is you don't put it just on a sandwich.
But I have.
For a BLT.
And it's called BLT.
Yeah, but...
And it tastes gas.
But you're missing the main part of the sandwich for a BLT. You should get either a burger patty or like turkey or ham.
I love throwing some cheese on that too.
Chicken.
I'm like cheese, some bacon, some lettuce.
Okay,
tomatoes.
but what's your main part of your sandwich?
It all comes together in like a beautiful
It should come together around
of,
one thing, which is like the meat of it.
Honestly, maybe the bacon, bro. What's discrediting bacon from your mind of being an actual sandwich meat?
Because it's an addition to a sandwich.
Not in this
like
case.
A burger, you have a bacon burger. That means bacon comes on the burger.
In a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich, that is that's where bacon shines. Bacon has its shining moment in BLTs.
Okay, when I'm eating a BLT, maybe it tastes all right, but I'm just eating air. There's nothing there. There's not the part that brings a sandwich together, the main part of the sandwich.
I think you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Good one. Okay, fair enough. Let's move on.
Yeah. No, let's not move on. There's nothing that... Let's move on.
Okay.
So I just flew here. I was on a flight, and I'm not going to say from where to where, because I know that you're just hounding for that information.
Yeah, and there's so many people that, like, if they know, then
exactly,
it's going to cause big problems.
I'm going to get a lot of just like
the
oh my gosh, is that Chester from the Random Word Generator podcast?
And then if they know what city you're in, it's going to be like the whole economy of the city. It's just going to like,
be a big
crazy.
Mess.
Yeah, it's going to be a big mess.
So I was on a plane. I was on plane trip, this morning. I was up early, and I'm up late tonight, and like, you know what the heck, dude, you only freaking live once. So here we are, and anyways, planes, cattle, what's the same about those things? What's different about those things? There's not a lot that's different.
Okay, a lot of people, and you might be one of these people, say that when you're in an airplane, you should not be allowed to recline your seat because it infringes on the person behind you's comfortability.
I've been told that it's just polite,
not to.
Not.
So, you're right.
Yeah.
And I would say you are 100% well within your right to recline your seat, even if it encumbers upon the person behind you, because they're there, and there's no one having a good time on a plane.
I mean, have you eaten those like biscuit things?
Mm-mm.
You ever fly American?
No, I always fly Frontier.
Yeah, Frontier sucks. That's what I flew today.
Well, it's because it's super cheap. If you don't have bags.
$58 flight from wherever I came from to wherever I went.
To wherever we are.
What
I'm saying is, when you load into an airplane, you're basically being herded like cattle into a pressurized cylinder.
You're greeted
thousands of miles in the air, thousands of feet in the air, and you shouldn't be expecting the person in front of you not to recline their seats out of human decency. All human decency have left when you're being treated like cows.
Yeah.
So, if you want to be treated like a person in an airplane, fly first class. And if you can't afford it, stop complaining.
I mean, be a first class cattle,
No, but what I'm saying is
first class cow. You can be anything you want.
No, what I'm saying is, if you're in, like, first class, you're not being treated as cattle. You're not being shoved into these tiny spaces.
Well, what if everything was like first class? We'd still complain. We'd say that we were being shoved. Yeah.
People would find a way to complain.
To be honest, like, if we had a lot smaller of spots than we do now, and then first class was like what we had now, people would be like clamoring for first class.
Did you smoke pot before this? What is you getting lost in the sauce here a little bit?
No, I'm just making.
What I'm saying is recline your seats because no one's having a good time anyway. Just make it a little more enjoyable. Why would they be there if you shouldn't recline them? Why would they be there if you shouldn't recline them? Why would the reclining function of the seats be there if you shouldn't recline them?
What if I feel like in Frontier there's not even the reclining option?
I don't remember. I never used it, but I'm saying you should be allowed to.
You should be allowed to.
Yeah.
Well,
if it's an
obviously,
option,
if they've given you the option to recline your seat, I think it's there for you to recline.
Right.
But also the plane seats that I've used that have reclined like maybe 2 inches, if that. And even though that's quite a bit by most people's standards, that's still not enough for you to have any significant change in your flight, I don't know, comfort.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents. But I think you should be, bottom line, cattle.
No, bottom line, recline your seats even if you don't want to recline them because it's there.
Can we get back to like the herding bit? Because I definitely think we're more herded like cattle into the plains and herded off and like.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Cool. We can.
Sick. I feel like we had something big to talk about. How'd you like the new intro video? We haven't filmed it yet, but that's gonna be fun.
You know, I really liked it. Like. Top 10 things I've done like in the last hour. I haven't even done it yet. So yeah. How'd you chat? How'd you like it?
Okay, so stop saying chat, first of all. We're not live streaming, and no one should say chat ever for any reason, unless they're live streaming to a chat.
Chat. Tell me
anyway, okay. Chat. Let's keep up with all the trends of the day.
Oh.
So let's talk about the Roman Empire, because that's relevant.
And modern.
So there was a thing going around TikTok where the girls would ask the guy about the Roman Empire. Or no, the girls would ask the guy what they think about... The girls would go around asking their boyfriends or husbands or whatever...
How much they think
about the Roman Empire. How often they think about the Roman Empire.
And then they were like, oh, awful lot.
Yeah, because... I mean, yeah, I think about the Roman Empire a good deal, but...
Yeah, like Julius Caesar.
Great guy, I think we can all agree.
Attila the Hun.
Jesus Christ. Ever heard of him? Emperor Nero.
Oh, those are
Not quite the hero.
Ooh. Pharaoh.
He was quite narrow-minded.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I would argue is that with what I would say is what I'm trying to get at, folks. So what I'm trying to say is that when they would ask about how often you think about the Roman Empire, it's more than they expected. But I think what girls would be more surprised about how often guys think about is like other things like for me at least, if I'm in a situation, I'm always thinking about, okay, what would happen if some kind of bad guy were to enter the situation? How would I handle it?
Yeah.
And if they had a gun or a bat or a knife, like what would I do? And where would I escape to? How would I fight them? You know, I'm always thinking about that. Do you think about that?
More or less.
Great podcast.
Mostly less.
Really?
And if I'm being honest, like probably more so less than more.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, "Yeah, I always think about that."
Yeah,
like if you walk into a grocery store and it's like empty, and you're like, "Man, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, and you're like, man,
well, if this
I
happens,
feel like
then it's
a lot, like it's likely that people are gonna rob this." I'm thinking like, all right, 3 guys are coming in, one, and I'm just envisioning that while I'm getting my Coca-Cola.
Where would be like the
Lay's
main like?
chips.
I was thinking Lay's potato chips. Why were we both thinking Lay's potato chips?
Because it was the first episode.
And Coke. However.
Call back.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I would think about which places would be most likely for these people to like infiltrate. You feel me? Like, what are the most likely places for them to go, and then I'd just avoid it. Sorry, bro.
You don't think about that much.
No.
That's surprising. What about like fun ways of like jumping off buildings and not dying? Like, okay, for example, I'm on a
jiu-jitsu?
3 foot. No, that's
like jumping.
No, so like I'm on a 3rd-story balcony and there's like a tree and I'm like I could jump to the tree, like just in case if there's like a fire or something, I could jump to the tree and like then my weight would bend it down and I could get on this roof and slide down and then jump to the car and get down. Do you ever envision that?
Yeah, no, yeah, and like then if you tried, it would never ever go exactly
right. You would just die immediately.
But
you're always thinking about it. Yeah,
like trying is half the battle.
No, like I'm not saying anyone would ever try it, but like you're thinking it. Like if it happened, true. I could totally do this feasibly. Like easily,
obviously,
I'd be able to jump from here to the tree, from the tree to the roof of the other building to the top of the truck, and then do a front flip off. Yeah, and then make my escape from whatever
said tree
intruder or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, said intruder. Sorry, I'm just like losing you.
I think about that more than I think about the Roman Empire.
Okay, that's fair.
What do you think girls think about all the time?
Shampoo. But we'll get into that more in our next episode. I have lots of stories. I could probably share my story.
A couple episodes ago, we talked about an American hero. You remember this?
Paul Revere.
We didn't talk about that on an episode.
We totally did.
Who's Paul Revere? Do we have the same conversation last time?
No.
Who's Paul Revere?
Remember the dude who wrote and said, like, the British are coming?
Oh, okay.
And how, like, he was an American hero and, like, how his horse deserved more credit than he did.
Oh, I do remember that.
Okay,
yeah.
I was going to say, like, that was a great episode.
Like, his horse is really the hero.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Anyway, the hero I was thinking of was Larry Lawn Chair.
Oh, my gosh.
His moniker.
Oh, my gosh.
For a quick recap, this guy wanted to fly in his lawn chair, so he got a bunch of weather balloons, tied him to his lawn chair, cut the tether to his truck, floated up. He had a BB gun to pop him. He ended up blowing from, I think it was Santa Monica in California, to the LA airport. And I could be wrong about these cities.
Radar caught him, I think, right? And they were like, what the heck? You're impeding airspace.
Yeah. They were, like, the authorities were called because he was, like, in airspace and, like, close to an airport.
UFO.
Could you just imagine, like, being a pilot and you're flying and you just, like, look out the window and there's just a guy in his lawn chair with his BB gun and some sandwiches.
Dude, that man is beating the cattle care right there.
Yeah.
He's like, all the cattle are looking out that window.
He's probably still hungry.
Yeah, for real. He's like, the cattle are looking out the window and they're like, man, I wish I could be free like Larry.
But he actually got really cold because he got a lot higher than he thought, a lot quicker. He was hoping to go around 5,000 feet and then shoot his balloons and then float right back down. But what ended up happening, he went up, got to like 20,000 feet and then found a gust of wind, got close to the airport, popped a bunch of balloons and then got tangled up in power lines. Got retrieved and went down in history as an American hero.
Dude,
20,000
feet is no joke.
Last year, unless this podcast episode doesn't come out for another year, which is quite possible.
It's very possible.
Than 2 years ago, but at this point of recording last year, a Florida man was pioneering international waters. Have you heard of this story?
No.
You know those bubbles that you get in at like carnivals and stuff that are on like a little body of water and you're just kind of in them? He tried to get across the Atlantic in one of these bubbles and started from shore and got 70 miles out before he was arrested by the Coast Guard. Like, this man was a pioneer.
He was on a mission. Wait, did he have food?
I don't know. He must have had like an oxygen tank and stuff. I think he did. I knew a lot more about it when he
imagine all the food like rolling around with him though.
Yeah, he probably had a backpack or something.
Oh yeah, I never thought about it. A backpack for an entire journey across the Atlantic Ocean is wild.
He was gonna do it, and then the Coast Guard had to ruin his dreams. He was a pioneer, an exhibitionist.
To be fair, 70 miles is like a drop in the ocean there compared to the massive amount of space that is the Atlantic Ocean.
Should we get to some New Year's resolutions?
Didn't we do that last episode? But
like 4 months ago.
Like, what was our what other ones
I missed this arriving later at airports, Canada. And I can't believe it's not butter. I don't know what that means.
Margarine?
Huh?
Margarine. Do you know what margarine is?
Yeah, it's not butter.
Yeah, I can't believe it's not butter.
But that's different than margarine.
No, it's not. I feel like the same argument is made for margarine than it is.
No, but I can't. It's two different brands, margarine, and I can't believe it's not butter.
Aren't they made for the same thing?
Yeah.
My gosh!
They're the same thing, but they're different brands.
Yeah.
It's not butter. Anyway, I don't know why I wrote Canada or I can't believe it's not butter.
You want to go to Canada?
Probably.
I want to go to Canada.
America's evil top hat, as some call it.
And
I just put arrive at airports later because I arrive early every time because that's what they tell you to do, and it's just too early.
Today, I arrived right at my gate exactly when we were boarding, and I felt so good.
There you go. And were you stressed out the whole time going through security or anything?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I guess you could avoid that. But
yeah, but
other than that.
Yeah, no, like I was more stressed out about Frontier canceling the flight than I was about making the flight.
That's a good.
Yeah.
You'd be concerned about that no matter what time you show up.
Yeah. Exactly. Because it's happened many times before. So.
Really.
Yeah. Well, for people I know, and it's my flight's been like laid back 3 hours.
I've never had like a delayed flight or a cancellation or anything.
Really?
Yeah, never.
Well, my buddy, he had a wedding to get to in was it North Carolina or something like that, so he drove all the way to the airport for his Frontier flight, and then they just straight up, after 3 hours of delay, said they just cancel a flight and no refunds, no nothing. He had to go straight back home. He missed the wedding. Man. So like I feel like Frontier is a very risky thing,
but they've got the little animals on the tail of it, you know.
Oh yeah, but so
that's why I fly Frontier.
Like I like looking out. I like seeing the little penguins.
Yeah, or the groundhog. Yeah, that was my last Frontier.
Dude,
adventure.
What do you think about the groundhog that tells like whether or not it's gonna be spring or not?
What's his name?
Puts again Phil, Edward, Phil.
I don't know why it ever started or why it's still going. But
dude,
that's all I have to say about it.
He pokes his head out and he holds the weight of the world in his eyes.
Yeah, but
he looks
like it doesn't actually like affect anything.
Yeah, it does.
Like they say, 6 more weeks.
God looks at Puxagunny Phil and like decides whether or not it's gonna be spring or not.
Right, but like there's still the same amount. Like if it's spring, there could still be snow, and if it's winter, there could still be no snow. So it's like you could say it's winter or spring, and it's still not going to change.
Do you know what spring is, pal?
I honestly don't. Here's why.
Okay.
Okay, recently, at the time of recording, probably multiple months ago for the listeners at home, was
maybe years.
It was the summer solstice, right? Longest day of the year. That was 3 days ago.
Wow.
Right?
Shoot, now it's getting shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that marks the beginning of summer, am I wrong?
The summer solstice marks the beginning of summer?
Right.
I always thought it marked like
the middle of it.
Middle-ish.
That's what I saw it was like beginning of summer solstice. But no, it's the longest day of the year. That should mark the middle of summer.
Yeah.
And then the spring and fall solstice should mark the beginning of the winter solstice should mark the middle of winter, but it marks the beginning. It should mark the middle. Right? Because it's the shortest day of the year, the middle of winter. Don't you think?
Yeah, you got a point there.
And then the spring and fall solstice should be the middle of spring and fall. So that it's like organized into like the right, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand. And
but it's not.
Yeah, it's not. And
that's what I don't understand.
Yeah, society and like
society,
the government and
the government.
It's just everything's a lie. Everything's made to just like summer. What?
Yeah. I feel like you're making fun of me a little bit. I have more to talk about, but you haven't really mentioned much.
I really haven't. To be honest, like, I don't know.
I have more.
I feel like my brain is just like fog right now.
Okay, that's weird because beforehand you were like, "Let's do this."
I am like, well, yeah, but like I can talk. Obviously,
You
I
don't
can
have
say
any
things.
ideas?
No.
Off the dome ideas.
No.
I've got a couple of those, so.
These aren't off the dome. You're looking at a dang screen.
True, yeah, let me see.
These aren't legit ideas. I mean, they are, but like,
yeah.
hey.
What does the size font mean? Like, what does that signify?
How big the text is.
I know, but, well, like, it could be any number. Like 12-point font. First of all, it's like kind of different sizes.
Maybe
depending
pixels.
on the font.
Pixels?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, because like it could be like 12-point font is like regular font. It's like
12 pixels high.
Yeah, but it depends on your pixel rate. Like you could have
true.
You could have denser pixels or not.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Never thought about it like
and
that.
you can zoom and stuff, so it's gonna change. So it's probably not pixels.
Yeah, it's not pixels.
But like 12-point font could be 112. Like what is?
Oh no.
I don't know either. I thought we could talk about
chat.
it more, but there's.
Let us know in the chat in the comments below where what font you're using first of all, and then like second of all what size font you're wearing.
Wearing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Have we talked about before marriage couple tattoos before on the podcast? I don't think so.
I don't know. Sorry.
No, like couple tattoos, not
like. Oh, not like
the homies tattoos.
The homies were like we have them, you know.
Okay, like not matching tattoos, but like matching couple tattoos, like before you're married. What are your thoughts?
Scary.
Scary. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a risky maneuver.
I had friends who their relationship had an expiration date, and I don't really know how you can do that, but they did, and then when they established that there was an expiration date, they got tattoos, like matching tattoos, and that's just insane to me. Like, why would you do that?
Well, that's deep.
No, I'm just. You gotta like the thing about co-hosting a podcast is I say something and then you say like an actual interesting, unique thought, and we kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, there's nothing, but like, hey.
Yeah, what's up?
We've been doing this for a while. Me and my good old pal.
Should we sign off for now? You look tired.
I am. I'm so tired.
All right. That's it.
But hey, wait. I wanted to say goodbye. Come back. Not goodbye forever. To our loyal fans or 3.5 fans.
Yeah, you can do that. Well, I go turn it off.
Okay. Goodbye, 3 loyal fans.